to Chief Meteorologist Mark Nelson with a look at your first live local forecast tonight.
I have some very good news.
Okay.
Very kind of yucky air. It hasn't been too, it's not like we've been right under thick fire smoke, but it's been, hazy, and you can smell it at times the last few days. It's improving rapidly this evening in the metro. Look at the green areas now showing up. That's good. And actually moderate is better than where we were earlier today. So we're getting a northwest wind bringing in cooler ocean air, but also it's much cleaner ocean air. In fact, Salem, I just checked, you were in the unhealthy for sensitive groups category. Just want to check this like 20 minutes ago. Now you're down to moderate. And yeah, it's a little closer view. Yeah, it doesn't look so bad. Now things are pretty reasonable. So we're done with this for now. We'll probably get a little bit of smoke drifting in again tonight, but not much. But in South Valley, Eugene is a little better than it was, but that's still that's unhealthy. And then very unhealthy. This was hazardous at Oak Ridge just an hour ago from the Cedar Creek fire, which is still kind of, smoking along. Again, fires aren't exploding in size because, we just have such a long night. It's not that warm. But, yeah, so fire season kind of limping along here. But it's going to stay mild, folks. Not just mild, but very warm. Now, tomorrow's going to be cooler. It's 73 degrees here in the city up in Vancouver. Temperature is 72. Notice not quite as warm today. Some cooler ocean air coming in. But still, the average high is in the mid to upper 60s this time of the year, and it's almost 80 out at Stoller Family Estate in Dayton. Notice how clear the air is there. You can see the ocean air out there, 60 degrees. We've been seeing drizzle on our camera at Seaside from time to time. But October so far, wow, the first 10 days here, about 8 degrees or so above normal. Extremely warm start to the month. I didn't check to see if that's a record warm start, but it may be because look at how many days more than 10 degrees above average there. And we're going to stay warmer than average, and of course no rain so far. And I don't see any good chance for rain in at least 8 or 10 days. Now you may have missed this over the weekend. So we've had 7 days at or above 80 degrees in October. We've never done that in Portland. We've had 6 days in the past. Most recently, I mentioned that October of 1991, but also 1980 and 1952. So a lot of Octobers, we don't even make it to 80 degrees. That's how unusual this is. I mean, there are many years where this time of the year we're having 55, 58 degree days and it's showery and wet. So that's very unusual. Now, it's just because the pattern is locked in place, we keep getting high pressure developing over the west coast or the eastern Pacific. In this case, it's letting a little weak system slide by. It's going through Alberta, and we're getting the trailing edge of this cold front. That cools us off a little bit tomorrow, but it also disrupts that marine layer, the cloud covering the fog. So even though we got a cooler air mass coming in tomorrow, it's kind of partly cloudy in the morning, and it's totally sunny in the afternoon. In fact, look at what happens on Wednesday and Thursday. Here comes that easterly wind again right there. That's on Wednesday. And again, Thursday, we'll see how warm the coastline gets. Maybe we've got some 70s coming up at the beaches again in October. But that means we'll have a big warm up for Wednesday and Thursday. So tomorrow we start with clouds, although maybe just kind of partly cloudy, about 50, about 70 in the afternoon. Not much wind tomorrow. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we've got that east wind. So we're back around 80 Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Maybe over 80 on Saturday. We'll see about that. And then some cooling again the early part of next week. But all these temperatures 10 to 12, 14 degrees above average. And overnight lows will stay very mild for this time of the year. Typically, we're in the 40s or even upper 30s in the outlying areas in mid-October, but that is not in sight for now.